Hello, I would like to welcome you to another webisode of The True Meaning of Love. I want to thank everybody for the Facebook posts, shares, and also the likes, especially the calls and the emails and everything, supporting it. I'm very appreciative and honored for you to take time out of your day, time out of your night to even spend that little bit of time with me and to share this information to the world. It really means a lot. Tonight we're going to talk about the letter L, or in love, or what I want you to come to realize or come to think of it as life. When you think about life, you have to think about what you do every day. Think about what do you want to leave behind when you make your transition to be with the Lord. We have life because of what Christ did for us. He came and died for us. He came and said that he came that we may have life more abundantly. But one of the things that you have to realize in this, and I'm just gonna put this disclaimer out here. Some people that are super religious may disagree with some things that I'm about to say, and I'm sorry to say that you may very well disagree with it, but however, truth is truth. And for that matter, you first have to realize that we have the things that go on in our life, the things that we're able to do in our life is truly because of what God did for us, or what He did when He first formed us. If you look at Genesis, the first chapter, verses 26 to 28 in the Message Bible, it says, God spoke, let us make human beings in our image, make them reflecting our nature so that they can be responsible for the fish in the sea, the birds in the air, the cattle, and yes, the earth itself, and every animal that moves on the face of the earth. God created human beings. He created them little g, God-like, reflecting God's nature. He created them male and female. God blessed them, prosper, reproduce, fill the earth, take charge, be responsible for the fish in the sea and the birds in the air, for every living thing that moves on the face of the earth. That was God's original purpose for us. At the end of the day, whether you disagree with it or whatever, He said that He made us God-like, little g, God-like. That means that we have peace. We have God actually inside of us. When you look at some other things, even scientists have even confirmed some of this. We all know DNA. They use DNA in everything. They use DNA to track family history. They use DNA to track down different criminals and things of that nature. When you look at what happened at the beginning, when it said that God breathed his breathed into man, and he became a living soul, according to Genesis chapter 2, He gave us his DNA. He gave us life. In other words, the qualities and the characteristics of God we got. By the study of biology, that scientists, when they want to find the origin of where a plant or organism came from, they always track back to his DNA. And I went on the internet and I started studying, looking at DNA. By definition, DNA is a molecule that encodes the genetic instructions used in the development and functioning of all living organisms and viruses. Along with RNA and proteins, DNA is one of the three major macro molecules essential for all known forms of life. DNA is a hereditary material in humans and almost all other organisms. Nearly every cell in a person's body has the same DNA. Human DNA, which consists of nearly 3 billion bases, and more than 99% of all the people on the world, all the people on the earth, have the same DNA. Now, scientists said more than 99%. Me, I was pretty good at math, and anything more than 99, the next thing is 100. So I'm going to go ahead and say it. 100% of everybody's DNA on the earth the base of it is the same. That means that eliminates your course of not being for you not being successful, different choices. That has nothing to do with neighborhood, the color of your skin, your nationality, anything. At the end of the day, everybody has the same opportunity. Everybody has the same degree of creativity in their life that they can be successful. That you can live the more abundant life that God was talking about. We're talking about money. We're talking about relationships. We're talking about good health. Because you can have all the money in the world and your health will be bad, and you can't enjoy it. You can have, your health good, your family good, but your money's bad. Excuse me. And you have a boring life. So when we're talking about a more abundant or a whole life, you want your life to have to be fully rounded, fully balanced. Even in marriages, so many people try. It's an old saying that that's my better half or that's my other half. That's one of the biggest problems in marriages nowadays. Everybody comes in there looking for a half, when in actuality you should come into a marriage looking, I'm a whole person, so I'm gonna go and find me a whole person. Men, find you a wife that's a whole person. That way, the standard of normal math of 1 + 1 = 2, it doesn't work in marriage. You'll have 1 + 1 = 1, so you two can move as one complete force. But like I said, everybody has the same base for their DNA, so that eliminates all the excuses. That takes a lot of the pressure that people try to place on God and say that, your blessing's around the corner, or you're going to get your blessing in God's season. No, it's going to come from hard work. That ideal, that plan, or something that you think about all the time, you have to put work in. There's very few overnight successes, and I'm a firm believer that most of those overnight successes are not truly overnight. That's stuff that they've been working at undercover, but in the quiet times, late at night, because you won't be successful until you have to start following the things that successful people do. Successful people, they don't sleep 12 hours a day. They work a majority of the day. They sleep 4 to 6 hours. They put that quality time into their projects. They work harder even if they are working a job for somebody else. They still maintain every day that they're gonna put in work on their project or what their actual dream is. And those are the things that you have to do. It's very essential that you do those things. But like I said, when some of the stuff you hear about overnight success, when it gets released, a lot of times my thorough belief is that it was just God needed that product, or God needed that idea or whatever in the earth right then, and the money, the finances were made available to put that stuff out there, because that person's been faithful. They've been doing what they're supposed to be doing. They've been grinding, working hard on it, and then it seems like an overnight success because none of us have heard about it. It was just released on the internet or whatever. But I don't think it was truly a overnight success. I think it was just, like I said, God needed it in the earth, and God provided. But thank you. See you next time, and just think about that. Think about a more abundant life. Think about eliminating the things out of your life. The reasons that you're saying, man, I can't do this. Because at the end of the day, everybody that's been successful, you have that same DNA. You have that God-like DNA. Thank you. Bye.